What's up, Sharpos, and welcome back to another Trailmakers video. Now, today is a hype day because I got access to the update early, which was very kind by the devs. So we'll kind of be going through the new blocks, and see kind of what you can expect. And I'll also tell you the release date at the end of the video. So stay for that, I guess. So, 4 new blocks. Now the first new blocks are right here in the frame section, and that's the short truss block and the long truss block. And these are kind of how they look in game. Now, immediately, I think they'll be really good for constructing a framework and stuff, and it kind of has like this construction work feel to it. So, this is the build I came up with. It's just a little crane, and I think this is really where this block will shine, is when you have these kind of construction builds. So that is the short truss and the long truss blocks for you. So let's get to the next blocks. Now our next block is in the propulsion section, and that is the tail propeller. So this is a propeller that is, I guess, made for having on the back of your helicopter as a tail rotor. Kinda is in the name. The way I see them, they're kind of more like ducted fans, the way they look, and they're really easy to place because they have very good side connection points. So I made this. I just kind of want to test the power of it, and it's just barely enough to lift me off the ground, which I think is kind of funny. So yeah, I definitely think drones and stuff are gonna be pretty simple with these propellers, because the attachment points are just on the side. You don't have to do any fancy connection, like nothing at all. So pretty cool block, and has a decent amount of power as well. Now our next blocks are in the, not the weapons, but the lift and drag. And this is the large stabilizer. So this is a, let's see here, an 8x8x2 tail fin. So pretty big, and has these connections on the side, so you can do kind of a like T-tail right there, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, the block itself has it has controls, so I guess those are probably going to be set up. Oh, they're not set up at all by default. That's interesting. So if I set them up for Q&E, you can see it does do that. Now I haven't used this in a build, and I don't plan to build a build for this one in this episode of Early Access. I might do more Early Access stuff. Comment if you want to see that. So that was the large stabilizer. Our next couple of blocks are in the balance section. So these are the dinghy side block. So these are the newest flotation blocks. So as you can see, they're kind of built for being in a dinghy, which I think is pretty cool. So I actually made a build for this already a while ago. Let's see if I can actually find it. There we go. So this is my little dinghy build right here, and it works pretty well. It goes, it steers, it does what a dinghy does basically. Oh, and here you can see also a new addition to the maps, waves. So I guess this is just the default waves. You will just be like a little bit wavy, like nothing much. Just like a little fluctuation in the height of the water, which I really appreciate. And if I go into my session settings, here we have water waves. Oh, so this is the calm waves, but you can also disable waves entirely. Oh, so this is just like going back to the old map with no waves at all. So what does intense waves look like? Oh, Okay, so this is intense waves. That's pretty interesting. And these seem to be pretty big waves. So the waves, probably as in high seas, will fluctuate depending on where you are on the map. They will be like of different size and stuff. Like right now, I'm in an area with pretty big waves here. I don't know if you've played. If you played Wii Sports Resort, this is kind of what it feels like. These waves here. But I am getting sidetracked with these waves. They are so cool. So, our next block is also in the balance section, and it's the keel. So, I haven't done a lot of testing with this, but it's a keel for boats, basically, is what it looks like and what it's called. So, I guess this just is weight and balance to your build. Like, as I say, I haven't tried this out, so I don't know what effect this has on physics in general, but I'd say it probably balances the boat. So if yeah, so it just keeps me balanced with the water, probably, which is pretty cool. So next block, and the block I know a lot of people are pretty hyped for, is in the gadget section, and it.
Nothing to see here.
Never mind, I forgot that they didn't add it there. They added in the accessories. That's where it is. So this will be in the lights. Now the first light we're gonna look at is the emergency light. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is one of the first paintable lights in Trailmakers. So as you can see, the light itself changes color like that. So I'm actually gonna bring in my police car I made for the police evade challenge. If you haven't seen that, by the way, you should definitely see it. There you go. Okay, so for controls, seems to be just one control. They just did. You have to press off by default for them to not just go by default, which makes sense. Oh, that looks pretty good. So yeah, this is what they look like, and as you can see, the light, this isn't very clear, I should change the time of day. As you can see, the light itself is colored, so it's not only the block, but the light. So that's pretty cool. So, the next block we have is the signal flare. And this is also pretty cool, because you can paint it in any color you want, basically. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the second color will change which color the flare is. Yep. Oh, that is. I didn't even see that. Let's actually hop into free cam here, which you will have in this update as well. Let's start time again, and that is what the flare looks like from above. Actually, I'm kind of too far above. So yeah, it works as a flare, and it goes up a certain distance, and then it just starts slowly falling down, is how the flare works. And I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so this is the last and probably one of the coolest blocks in the update, and it is the firework. There's actually one more block that I haven't showed you, but, oh, and it's invisible. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, this is a bug in the beta, and they will be fixed in the actual release of it. So let's do a green. Let's hop into free cam. Wow. So that is how the firework will look. That is very cool. This is 9 fireworks with 1 second delay. So let's see how that looks like. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So that was the firework. This is a fire truck siren. So yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. You put it on a build, and it sounds like a fire truck. That's pretty cool. That is the last block. So let's put all of them here and see, just kind of compare them. So yeah, these are pretty much all the blocks here coming in this update. And I think that's very cool. But there is one more thing that I forgot. There should be. Here we go. Rescue. Oh, look at these. So we have the medical badge, the police badge, the fire badge, the coast guard, then we have some fire hose. So let's see here. Let's change up the colors here. The fire badge, coast guard looks pretty cool. Fire hose, fuel tank, barnacles, that's pretty cool. Tool rack, the Chirpo duck.
This right here is my favorite thing ever in the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Okay, this is the best update ever. Devs, you nailed it. This is the best update. There's not a single better update in this game. This is the best one, by far. Good job. Then we have a console, a hydraulic panel, a life buoy, a radar. That's gonna be pretty good for our builds. A large piston, which is a bit too large actually. So that's how it looks like. A small piston. A submarine door. That would have been useful when I did my cinematic. And a walkie-talkie. So that was... pretty sure that was the last new thing in the update. So, editing Wemplar here. I was wrong. There's even more stuff. I will show you before you get to see the release date. So, there are 4 new outfits. The first one being the firefighter outfit, which looks like this. And then there's the high visibility outfit, which looks like this. The thief outfit, which looks like this. And the police officer outfit, which looks like this. And there's also 4 new hats. So the thief hat, which maybe was not designed for Chirpos. The hard hat, the firefighter hat, and the police hat. So those are the new outfits coming this update. And now I can show you the release date. Now, if you watched the entire video up to this point, thank you so much. But if you just scroll through to see the release date, welcome. And also you should like and subscribe. Now, the release date of the rescue pack is 24th of April. So that's only 5 days after this video has come out. Which is not long at all. Anyways, this has been Wemplar, and I'll see you again the next time. Peace out.